What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're going back to Rolling Quartz. Yes, indeed, Rolling Quartz fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bobbidi bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Charles B, and this is actually one of Charles B's 3 prioritized requests for the month of February for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Charles. Hope you enjoy the show, man. Charles wanted to see me react to this song by Rolling Quartz called Delight. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hold it, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. As always, Charles has provided us with a little bit of an intro that he'd like me to read to you, so here we go. The last 2 times we reacted to Rolling Quartz were of their covers. Your most recent reaction to them was an original versus cover video of their cover of Song of the Heart and comparing it to the original version by the seasoned Korean indie rock band Crying Nut. Before that, you reacted to their take on Lady Gaga's Bad Romance, in a 3-way original versus covers video. It was a 3-way battle, boy. So it's been a hot minute since you reacted to one of their originals. Yeah, it's been a while. With the last one being Fearless back in late 2023, so it's been just about a year. Well, okay, it's a year as of right now, but by the time you're watching this, it's been over a year. Which was their freshest single at the time. Therefore, we'll dive back into another original tune of theirs, but we're rewinding the clock a bit, okay? You're about to check out Delight, a track from their debut EP, Fighting. This is the same 2022 EP release that features songs you've already reacted to from them, like Holler, Higher, and their cover of Maya's Azalea. What makes this track Delight unique is that it's actually the very first song the Rolling Quartz ladies wrote together after forming the band. Okay, so this is their very first original. Got it. Which is most likely the reason they decided to place it as the opening track for their EP, Fighting. That happens way more times than you might believe. Okay, so there you go. There's the intro. Let's see. This was posted by Rolling Quartz Official. No surprise there. And the video has 466,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. And some music video. Yeah, we got that. Delight by Rolling Quartz, K-Rock, #K-Rock, #girl band. Cute. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
bass lick there. That's nice. Back to this. Yeah, it's funny. Charles put in the intro that this was the very first song that they ever wrote together. The funny thing is, if he had not put that in the intro, that would have been my very first guess. I would have been listening to this point and I would have said, this sounds extremely early. This might have even been the very first song they wrote because it's very simplistic in its approach with everything from everybody. When you're in a band with members that you've never played with before, like you're starting a brand new band from scratch, it's very typical when you start, okay, first of all, more than likely you're going to start off playing covers so you can kind of get a gauge as to what everybody's competency level is. From there, you're going to start to write songs with those competency levels in mind, but at the same time, still playing it somewhat safe, because the last thing you want to do is write out a part for a member of the band and they're not able to play it. You know what I mean? It's never a good thing. So this feels, for lack of a better word, this feels cautious. As far as an instrumentation and songwriting approach, this feels very, very cautious. Now, execution of the song, not so cautious. They're playing the song, from what I could hear on this recording, they're playing with confidence. So that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. You want to write songs that you guys can approach with a great amount of confidence. So that way, when you do record it and it comes out, it doesn't sound hesitant from a musicianship standpoint. I would much here. Okay, let me try to dumb it down here so you can understand what I'm trying to convey. You have two different scenarios. You have a song that is very complexly written, very complicated, very intricate, and they have a hard time playing it, and as a result, they play it very cautiously. They play it very reserved. Versus songwriting that's written very cautiously, very reserved, but is executed and played with a great amount of confidence. As a debut album, you're trying to make a good impression here. Which would you rather go with? I will take option 2 every single day of the week, twice on weekends, 4 times on holidays. No questions asked.
That's the fact, Jack. That's the fact, Jack.
I think that's the best move for a brand new band. Absolutely. So is what we're hearing from a songwriting standpoint, is it a little amateurish? Is it a little simplified? Yeah, absolutely it is. That's a good thing because they're executing it very well with a lot of confidence. So I got no problem with that at all. As a matter of fact, I gotta tip the cap to the ladies for taking that approach, not trying to bite off more than they can chew in their debut. Now, second album, third album, yeah, start taking some risks, absolutely. But right now, breaking into the scene, keep it simple. Keep it very simple and do it really well. Let's make some eyebrows raise and let's make some heads cock and, you know, let's make people kind of wake up and go, oh, what is this? You know, just like that first cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee, but for most people, It's like when you brew coffee and you wake, like those old, what were they? Was it Folgers? I think it was, where they would always start brewing the coffee and the people in the house would wake up like, oh, what is that? What's that smell? What do you think it is? It's freaking coffee.
I'm 100% stupid.
Let's get back into this, shall we? Very clean. Sudden ending. Okay. Yeah. My guess, listening to this, if Charles had not put it in the intro, I would have said this sounds like early in their career. I don't know if I would have guessed very first song, but I would have guessed first album for sure. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Rolling Quartz with Delight. This was a request from Charles B. And this was actually one of Charles B's 3 prioritized requests for the month of February for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, there you go, Charles. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. Okay, I talked about pretty much everything I wanted to talk about during the course of the reaction. So, there's not a lot to talk about, but there's a couple things. So, let's get started, starting off with the score first. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.5. Yep, 7.5. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, 7.5. What does that mean? Well, a 7.5 would translate to a really good skill rating. So overall, I think this was a really good song. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. Yeah, not a C, not a D, a B+. So there you go, 7.5, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay, like I talked about at the beginning, if Charles hadn't put the fact that this was the very first song they ever wrote, I probably would have guessed this was at least first album. I don't know if I would have guessed this was the first song, but I definitely would have guessed first album. And I gave all my reasons for why I was thinking that during the course of the reaction, so I'm not going to talk about it again. If you want to know what I thought or how I came to that conclusion, go watch the reaction again, and I promise you'll hear everything I have to think about it. As far as the musicianship, like I said, very simplistic, easy to follow. They followed the old Z pattern, root 6, 3, 7, but they did it with the V instead. So root down to the 6, down to the 3, and then up to the 7, back up to the root again. For the chorus, nothing wrong with using that riff. Tons of bands have used that riff. And remember, folks, we're all thieves. There's There's really no ifs, ands, or buts about that. When you're a musician, you got to understand that you may come up with a riff that someone might steal. That's fine, because you're going to steal back from them later, or you know, maybe they'll steal from you, or you know, we all understand that we all steal from each other, okay? You can't get butthurt over it. So when you hear a band that, you know, plays a riff that you've played before, that you had a lot of success with, don't get offended. Take it as a compliment. And then take a look at their library and see if there's anything they do that you like, you know? So we're all thieves. Honor among thieves. Do not get upset. The main riff, the intro, rude to the three, to rude to the three, rude to the three, to rude to the three. It's catchy. It's impactful. It's got the power behind it. I like it. Nice way to make a statement. I like the bass work. Bass work sounded really good. She had a couple of months where she got to shine a little bit on her own, which was nice. Guitar work is clean. If I'm being honest, the guitar work sounded a little, not muddy. It wasn't muddy. It just sounded a little muffled at times. It sounded like it was being, like the speakers were being played with a pillow on top of them a little bit. And I'm not sure why that is, but it's okay. I mean, it still sounded good. I can still hear the chords. I just couldn't hear the attacks, you know what I mean? So it just sounded a little muffled. I'm sure there's a reason for it, but in any case, it still sounded good. Drumming was nice. Drumming, if I'm being honest, the drumming was the highlight for me. Showing off some great play with feel. Switching between straight time at that fast tempo, half time at the fast tempo, double time at the fast tempo. Showing off some great play with feel and used very appropriately. A nice way to keep the listener engaged. So, nice job on her part. Vocally, I liked what I was hearing. The harmonies were clean. Got no issue with the harmonies whatsoever. Lead vocal sounded nice, on key, in pitch, clear, nice tone. Yeah, I got no issues with anything that we heard here. Is it the best song I've ever heard from Rolling Quartz? No, it's not. It's early days, you know, it's very early days. But at the same time, you know, if this is, like Charles said, if this is the very first song they ever wrote, if this is the bottom, this is the launching pad, and then they've got nowhere to go with up from here. So I have no problem with anything I heard here. I think it's a really good song. I wouldn't go as far as to say great, but really good. Yeah, hands down, without question. And that's why I'm giving it the really good score of 7.5. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got a 7.5, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.